have lost a lot of personnel over the years, and this past year has been very tough on them. Dropping deep is Bobby Farrell, number 38. Roy Girella will set the ball up. There is Dave Williams. And, of course, Dave Williams last week, 89 yards against the Los Angeles Rams to keep the 49ers alive in that one, a game they lost in the closing seconds, 31-28. 17 rookies on this 49er team, a team in change. 8 second-year men. They go against a veteran Pittsburgh team, a team that has already, if they can win tonight, that is, has clinched an AFC wild card position. Set to go from San Francisco. Girella dumps it. It'll be taken by Farrell for Paul Hofer at the 2-yard line. And Hofer, who ambled for over 100 yards against the Rams last week, gets it out to the 25-yard line. Quickly, let's meet the offense. And starting for his 3rd consecutive start, Scott Bull, number 19. He's a big one. We'll tell you about him later, a gifted athlete. The 2 setbacks, Hofer, 36. Bobby Farrell is 38. Wide receivers, Mike Schumann, a rookie from Florida State that Don touched on earlier. Kenny Harrison, the other wide receiver, number 83. The tight end, everyone's All-American of a year ago, Ken McAfee from Notre Dame. And a line that we'll tell you about and develop during the course of the game. 3 of them right in the middle of the guard. 2 guards in the center are rookies, and they go against a tough defensive unit, the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you follow this game, you know they are tough on rookies. Scott Bull throwing incomplete and is picked off. Ron Johnson, on the very first attempt, picks it off, returns it to the 47-yard line, intended for Freddie Solomon, but it was the rookie from Eastern Michigan, the number 1 draft pick for the Steelers, that gives the Steelers their break.
Sad thing, Frank, is he had a man wide open. It's a nice play to start with against Pittsburgh. He just didn't pull that one down. That one sailed way over. Solomon was coming across. That's too bad. Too bad way to start this one because they need those other breaks. That break to turn the other way.
Bradshaw is the quarterback. The setback is Franco Harris, 32. Rocky Blyer, number 20, the wide receivers. 88, Lynn Swan. John Stallworth, 82. Handoff. Franco Harris. And the big one. Bulls down to the 41-yard line. A pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. And along with those wide receivers, the setbacks we told you of a moment ago, a fine offensive line. If there is a problem with the Steelers teams on the right side where Randy Grossman, who's a fine receiver, but he's not the blocker, that the lost Vinnie Cunningham is there. And it could be affecting the rushing game of the Steelers. It has not been as effective this year as anticipated yet. How can you complain when you're 10-2, and that's what the Steelers are. 2nd down at 4, the ball inside the 42-yard line of the 49ers. Franco Harris. Open field.
Oh, man.
And Harris weaves his way down to the 25-yard line. 1st down, Pittsburgh. Taken out of bounds by a rookie from Pittsburgh, Bob Jury, number 26.
What's interesting about this early ground thrust is lodged in the very points you made. Pittsburgh has been scoring, as we look at this play again, only 1 touchdown per game on average via the rush. They're down 49% in that regard from a year ago. Harris has been carrying on almost every play. Blyer lightly used. And so the opposition has been containing Harris. But so far tonight, bang, bang.
We'll set the defense for the 49ers in a moment. Right now, 1st and 10, Pittsburgh, 25-yard line. Hand off, Rocky Blyer, huge opening right up the middle, and Blyer motors down to the 12-yard line. Another 1st down. Chuck Crisp made the stop.
I'm glad I said Rocky has been but lightly used. There he was used, and as you can see, San Francisco wasn't expecting him, their king, on Franco. In the meantime, if San Francisco has a presumed strength, it's supposed to be in that defensive front 4. But so far, porous.
A 1st down for the Steelers. They're making it look easy. Stallworth left, Swan right. Franco Harris right up the middle. Stopped with the line of scrimmage and drilled back, and will set that defensive 4 for you. It's Archie Reese, a rookie from Clemson, at the left end, number 78. Jimmy Webb, good veteran, not a veteran, but he's been around 4 years. He's learned a lot of football, perhaps the best of that group up front, number 74. Ed Gallagher, number 75, the other tackle. Cedric Hardman is the defensive right end. Those are your linebackers. Dan Buns, of course, a number 1 draft pick in the middle, number 57. Secondary that's been in a state of flux throughout the entire season. We'll tell you about that in a moment. Right now, 2nd down and 10. The ball at the 12. Stallworth left, Swan right. Harris getting the call. And stopped again inside the 11 for a gain of a yard and a half. It'll be 3rd down long, make it 8.5. Franco Harris coming in tonight, 846 yards, and having gone over the 7,000-yard mark, and this is 7th year, he's truly a remarkably gifted running back. Well, and you think when he and Lydell Mitchell teamed up together, Lydell went over 6,000 with San Diego this year. They were in that backfield of Penn State a few years ago. 3rd down. Seconds ticking away, and Bradshaw does not get it off.
It's really funny, you know, you see a team come out. I don't think I've seen 4 more effective first plays if you count the interception, and they ran the ball, blip, blip. One time they stop him for no gain. The next time they come up, let's see what he's got.
False start, offense number 77, 3rd down.
Referee Jim Tunney, a referee tonight, false start.
Gifted speaker. We've mentioned that before. A man who has a professional speaking program in the off-season. Very, very effective.
3rd down, 14. Stallworth, the Swan, top of your screen. The 2 wide receivers. Grossman, the tight end, bottom of your screen. Bradshaw in trouble, and it's Archie Reese, the rookie from Clemson, a 5th-round draft pick that's been playing so well for the 49ers, and Roy Gerela has been backed way up.
We told you about that front 4. Archie Reese, the kid from Clemson, number 78, who gets in there and finally downs Bradshaw, is replacing the off-and-on injured Cleveland Elam. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Thomas tried to trade Elam in the offseason because of the development of this youngster, and you can get a lot for Elam. His gift.
42-yard attempt. Roy Gerela has missed his last 4 attempts. He's 9 of 20 on the year. A lot of leg in this one, and it's good. And the Steelers, with the turnover by their cornerback, Ron Johnson, convert for 3 points. We'll be back in San Francisco with the Steelers kickoff in just a moment. Archie Reese, who put the pressure on Terry Bradshaw and forced the Steelers to settle for the field goal.
Shoulder's not injured. They're just putting some tape on it.
Gerela will hit it. Hofer is standing at his goal line, sets himself at the 5, takes the kickoff. And Hofer once again to the 25-yard line. Ray Oldham just picked up, acquired after being released by Baltimore, made the stop.
Paul Hofer, as you look at him, and before we set the defense, is a bruising, tough back who had a big game a week ago and has been consistently improving. O.J. Simpson told me that when he was with Buffalo studying films of San Francisco in preparation for a game, he noticed Hofer went in as a substitute for Delvin Williams, then with the 49ers, and was terribly impressed with him even then. Says he's a quality frontline back.
Solomon, who was set down last week against the Rams for mishandling a few passes the previous week, was in the lineup. Number 88 split to the left on 1st and 10. The ball goes to Hofer. Hofer over the left side, and he's corralled there by Lauren Taves, who missed last week with a bruised leg, and John Banasak. And let me tell you about that front 4. L.C. Greenwood is back, number 68, a left in, after missing a couple of games. Joe Green in the middle, of course, along with Steve Furness. John Banasak is back over the right side. That's where he really belongs, number 76. The linebackers in the best, well, he is one of the best in the business. Dak Lambert, flanked by Jack Ham, also one of the best in the business. We told you about Taves. Ron Johnson, Donnie Shell, Mike Wagner, Mel Blunt, the secondary for the Steelers. 2nd down and 7. Ball inside the 27-yard line. Getting the call is Bobby Farrell, and Farrell out over the 32, the 31, 32, a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Don, I thought you made a very effective point at the outset of the telecast when, in effect, you talked about predictability. While Pittsburgh has a noted defense, it is predictable. And with a young team like San Francisco, when you've got guys stunning all over the place, they can fall apart. Therefore, they may do better against a team with the manifest efficiency, but still predictability of the Steelers.
Good, solid football team is Pittsburgh, and I think they will play better against Pittsburgh than they do the teams that stunt so much.
3rd down, 3. The ball marked inside the 32-yard line, and the quick toss goes out to Carl Hofer, and Hofer gets the 1st down, rolling out to the 38-yard line, hit there by number 58, Jack Lambert.
All the movement was to the right. The whole Pittsburgh defense veered to their left and to the offensive team's right, and that left the hole in the middle, and that's where Hofer went.
Yeah, that was Mike Wagner that came up from his safety trying to put the stop on him in the middle. The offensive line that time did a good job of opening up a nice hole for him. Cut back up. Wagner had to come up and take a swipe at him.
Kenny Harrison goes out to the left. Solomon in the backfield, lined up there, number 88. And the to the 40, a gain of 2. It'll be second down and 8.
The interesting thing about the turnover, the interception against the quarterback, Scott Bull, is that Bull is a man who doesn't usually make mistakes. When young DeBerg was in there, the mistakes were frequent. And some of the veteran 49ers feel that Bull been playing all year long, they'd have won 3 or 4 more games than the one they did win.
You can see he's large. He's 6'5". He weighs 211 pounds. Played a lot of positions at the University of Arkansas. A gifted athlete. Perhaps not the passer DeBerg is, but a fine athlete. And looking for Farrell. Hung it up, and of course, a man who has been the plague of backs coming out of the backfield for so many years, number 59, Jack Ham, was right there. Third down and 8. Ball resting at the 40-yard line. What do you say about this man? He has been around for 8 years and made his mark and heading towards the Hall of Fame, quite frankly. He is always where the ball is. There he is, Jack Ham. Those great Paterno products.
Another way that San Francisco can apply pressure is the rollout pass. Scott Bull can do this, did it at Arkansas.
Third and 8. Schumann is left. Hand off Hofer. Flag is down, and Taves has Hofer right at the line of scrimmage.
I think we have an offside, looked like over on San Francisco, where I saw first. Could have been Ken McAfee off there pretty quickly.
Illegal motion, offense refused, 4th down.
Pittsburgh declines. That brings up 4th down, and the punting unit for San Francisco. That produces Mike Connell. And dropping deep. For Pittsburgh, T. Bell, number 83, Jim Smith, Randy Rudishin, who ordinarily would be there, seriously hurt in an automobile accident a week ago last Friday night. Hopefully is being able to watch us tonight from the Mercy Hospital in Pittsburgh. He is improving. We'll tell you about that a little later on. Connell hits it. Jim Smith at his 22-yard line. Could not get around for the picket line that was setting up to the outside, and he goes down right where he took the ball. We have 8:36 remaining in the first quarter. The Steelers in front, 3-0. Moved briskly downfield, and then a sack by Archie Reese forced them to a field goal. Their second possession, the ball at their own 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Rocky Blyer runs into Joe Harris, number 50, linebacker on the outside for the 49ers, getting up close to the 25-yard line. A gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7. There's Rocky. He came in tonight with 450 yards. Great story. We know you've heard that story, but many times injured in Vietnam. 16th round draft pick that became a 1,000-yard gainer a few years later in '74. Then Swan goes out to the right. Stallworth is to the left. Bradshaw fires to Lynn Swan. He has the first down upfield. They're drilling backwards.
Swan's having, I guess, his best year ever. He's either led the league or been in the top 4 or 5 in receiving all year. I think when you look at those statistics and you see a guy like Swan come up all of a sudden have a lot of runs, I mean, a lot of receptions, and you're talking about at the beginning that their running game hasn't been quite what they have wanted, that is always a pretty good indication of what they've been doing. They've been throwing the ball a lot. Whatever that's, they're forced to do it, I kind of think they are. I don't think their running game is at the par that they'd like for it to be.
The first down is just inside the Steelers' 34-yard line. And off Franco Harris didn't like what he saw to the outside and cut it back as he does so well, getting to the 39-yard line, a gain of 6-7 yards. It'll be second down and 3. Jimmy Webb in on the stop.
I asked Lynn Swan earlier, Don, how he could get himself up and how his team could get up for a game against a team that's 1-11. He said it's easy. If you just watched us play the last 2 weeks, it's easy.
I was referring to the fact they've only scored 2 touchdowns in 2 games, and they came out of one of those with the 7-6 win over Cincinnati last week. Second and long 3. Blyer has the first down. Big opening laid in there by Mike Webster, Jerry Mullen, Sam Davis, middle of that Steelers offensive line, and the first down is out to the Steelers' 47-yard line.
There's Fred O'Connor, the new coach. coach. I said he was widely respected earlier, and so he is. Worked under Jack Pardee in the World Football League and with the Bears, well prepared for this assignment. And those few veteran 49ers really do respect him.
First down, Steelers. Flyer finds nothing on the right side and hurdles over the line of scrimmage, getting a yard and a half out to the 49-yard line.
In your reference to Lynn Swann's comments, Howard, I think that when clubs get their offense down a little bit, they always go back to the basics. And what I've seen so far tonight, Pittsburgh is going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball. I don't know how many times you've heard coaches say, well, we're going to go back to the fundamentals, the blocking and tackling and running. So many teams, they go on the defense and their ability to run. I bet Bradshaw doesn't throw 15 balls all night.
Second and long. Mark Nichols, a rookie from Colorado State, comes in. The 49ers deploy into a 3-4. Harris goes to the outside of the pitch. And good work. Ed Bradley slipping over there defensively. And Harris gets across midfield, but it's going to be third and long. Call it 3rd and 7. The ball resting just inside 49er territory. Chuck Noll came up in '69, had a 113 season, and it all started to happen for the Steelers in '72. A couple of Super Bowl championships. In '72, a winner of nearly over 75% of his games. 3rd and 7, here comes the blitz. Picked up well. Bradshaw.
Yes, sir.
Grossman is picked up.
Yes, sir.
Chuck Christ.
Oh, he played that one well.
Intended for Grossman. Christ read it all the way. Bradshaw, reading the blitz, was looking at his tight end all the way. He never saw Christ. He sees the blitz right here, Don, and he never takes his eyes off Grossman.
Well, that's right. And look, Christ is just waiting back here in that center field. He's got it. Could have gone a long way. Going to make it a more interesting ball game.
49ers ball. 41-yard line, Pittsburgh. Jack Christ with his 5th interception of the year. He came from New Orleans this year in a trade for linebacker Skip Vanderbilt. And Giant fans might remember him back in '72.
He was a free agent with the Giants, was effective. They let him go. New Orleans picked him up. He was the defensive MVP there last year. Okay, Kim.
First down, 49ers. The toss goes to Hoper. And Hoper finds an opening right side, and he gets 6 yards to the 35. It'll be 2nd and 4. Gary Dunn made the stop. Crowd coming to life here as the 49ers get a break, and there is a lot of action coming your way from the Bay Area. We'll be back here on Sunday night for this one. They're all locked up again. Seattle with their 2nd win over Oakland.
How about those Seahawks?
Oh, Jack Pitara has really got it moving.
I like the way they're doing it. I like their offense.
I like the quarterback.
That Jim Zorn is a great athlete. You'll see him in our halftime highlights.
Jerry Rome has taught him everything he knows. You know that.
2nd and 4. Steelers have a 3-0 lead. Bobby Farrell goes down at the line of scrimmage in the arms of Jack Ham.
Great tackle by Jack Ham. Farrell could have had the distance maybe for the first down.
You know,
but that shoestring tackle by Ham.
You know, I think the thing we've been talking about. You got something there?
Yeah, Ken McAfee is down at the 35-yard line. The great tight end from Notre Dame.
I thought I saw him hurt his ankle on the play before that too. He kind of limped back to the huddle.
There he is working against Jack Ham.
Yeah, I think it's his ankle that he hurt the time before. You see, he didn't push off from it too well. Anyway, I was going to say that play that Ham just made, the one before, that was a very basic play. And I think to score when you're a young team, you don't have anything to lose when you've won only 1 ball game. So I think the razzle-dazzle, the more razzle-dazzle stuff they can throw at Pittsburgh, the better chance they have. You're not going to beat it with a fundamental run-off tackle.
Let me tell you something about Ken McAfee.
Okay?
He is a solid tight end. He is not quite of the stuff of which Russ Francis and Dave Casper are made as they take him off, and clearly it is that ankle. Here's the play on which he hurt himself. But McAfee will become a solid star in this league, which was the point I'm making, when he has wide receivers of experience and talent to help him. You saw the
Might be his knee or his ankle, something.
That was Gary Dunn. That was the play before the last one, and that was where he actually hurt the ankle or the knee. And he went back to the action. 3rd down, long 3. The 49ers have the ball. 35-yard line of the Steelers. Play action. Scott Bull gets in a little bit of trouble, and he comes out of it. Going to Paul Seal, his tight end. They have a first down.
That's it. Anything that they haven't seen. Give them some double fakes, a little half roll out reverse, the crisscross patterns. We saw a little play action pass. He didn't have much time to go back in that pocket, so you come out of it.
Paul Seal is another New Orleans Saint that played down there.
That's right. This is a tight end with great speed who made one of the remarkable catches we have ever had on Monday Night Football, the night that Jim Plunkett had a great night for the 49ers before the 49ers bowed to Dallas 35-28. It's a good receiver.
1st and 10. The ball at the Steelers' 23-yard line. Hooker gets the call, cuts back, pounded at the line of scrimmage, and surges forward for a yard and a yard and a half. It'll be 2nd down and 8. McAfee being administered treatment on the sidelines.
You know the way the 49ers basically feel as a team, Don, from my talks with them and the management? They're about like the Jets were a year ago. A young team that can suddenly sprout. There are 17 rookies on that team, an incredible number.
They've laid it on the line, haven't they, for the future?
That's right.
Knee problem for McAfee. 2nd down and 8. Farrell gets the call, and Farrell driving forward, getting to the 16-yard line. A gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down. Long 3. Jack Lambert made the stop.
That was old Mean Joe he bumped off of, was it? Or that Green that kind of met him in the hole, and he
Came right off him.
made a little extra effort and came back around. Of course, Lambert's going to be pretty close to the ball no matter what. He's going to take another shot at him from the middle linebacker. Reads the run to his right. Came back in. You saw that. Well, we didn't quite get a little shot of Lawrence Hayes, who was in the area, but missed old Mean Joe.
We're seeing a lot of Gary Dunn tonight, filling in for Steve Furness at right tackle for the Steelers. 3rd down, long 3, and Hooker drives forward. He's close to a 1st down inside the 15-yard line, maybe a half a yard short. Fred O'Connor coaching his 4th game for the 49ers, looking on.
Well,
4th down, short by about a yard.
no question. He says go for it. Now that's
He's sending the field goal team in.
Well, he didn't say go for it, did he?
Go for the field goal.
I'd like to have seen him say go for it.
Well, you see,
What they got to lose?
Well, yeah, you and I are not their coaches, so they're not going to fire us, I don't guess. But I think the fan wants to see it. They've won one ball game and lost 11.
Scott Bull holds. Ray Wershing with the attempt, a 32-yard attempt. Off to the
How many times have you seen that happen?
And the Steelers retain their 3-0 lead as Wershing misses from 32 yards out. So we have 1:21 remaining in the 1st quarter from San Francisco, and we'll be returning in just a moment. Of course, it's Friday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time, and these two teams really get with us. Texas and Texas A&M.
Hullabaloo, connect. Those Aggies are getting it going and hook 'em hard. They have a good time down there.
1st and 10, the Steelers with the 3-0 lead. Ray Wershing missed from 32 yards out. 1st and 10, Steelers their own 20. Bradshaw tries to isolate Swan. He gets him alone on number 49, Vern Robertson. And Robertson, who really is a safety, was playing that left corner. Bradshaw, you saw him, flood his backs to the left, and many times you can get into a one-on-one situation, and when you're one-on-one with Lynn Swan, you're in trouble.
Really, the only thing that keeps it from that, Frank, is the defense has been calling a zone in that direction, and they don't come off of it. But that doesn't happen that often, and you're right. That is a good way to isolate him. He can also run him on a down and in pattern, and that defensive cornerback's pretty much responsible for him.
The 1st down is at the 34-yard line. Bradshaw chewing the fat with his wide receivers. Misses the handoff, and the athlete that he is gets out of trouble and advances the ball a yard and a half. As we take a look at Candlestick Park from the Goodyear Blimp, Columbia.
Pretty view. You see some empty seats for the reason Frank noted. This city so stunned by today's tragic events. Well, not really disposed to watch a football game. Incidentally, some seats on the right, I might note, are obstructed views and not usually filled. But that would be only a minor percentage of the unoccupied seats.
Bradshaw turned a loss into a yard and a half gain. His 2nd down on about 8. Ball resting just over the 35-yard line of the Steelers. A minute and 12 seconds remaining in the 1st quarter. The Steelers ahead 3-0. Screen to Harris.
Should be some yardage out there.
And Harris cuts back on the block of Ray Denny. And he gets the 1st down at the 45-yard line.
They lost Robertson that time. He was out in that general area, and he had Joe Harris as a linebacker. He was not there either.
Ken McAfee walking around. Sprained knee, the diagnosis. Questionable whether or not he'd return. That's a tough cookie out of Notre Dame. If it's possible for him to come back, he will.
1st and 10. Ball just inside the 47-yard line of the Steelers. Flyer, inside handoff, finds a hole, and the referee finds some trouble. Flag is down. Flyer is down. 48-yard line after a gain of 6, but we're going to have a holding call. It's going to go against the Steelers. 3-4 set up now for the 49ers. Mark Nichols is in there as the additional linebacker. Draw play. Harris tries to go to the outside. Stiff arms Bradley out of the way and gets out to the 40-yard line, far short, of course, of the original line of scrimmage. But a nifty bit of maneuvering there by the big man.
Really was. Shows you the speed he's capable of accelerating to in order to turn a corner. It's a gift not given to that many big men.
Very strong. You know, he has the ability again to use the old stiff arm that I think Franco probably uses it as well as anybody, but he pushed away about a 235-pound or a 30-pound outside linebacker.
2nd down, 16. Ball right at the 40-yard line. Lynn Swan goes out to the right. Screen to the flanker, Swan. Swan gets in a peck of trouble and works his way out of it to the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 yards.
That play really
3rd and 11.
really shouldn't have gone because defensively they had the right defense on it. You'll see it begin to roll up over there. Vern Robertson again, 49 is a cornerback. They were rolling. Lynn makes 5 yards primarily on his own, just cutting back against the green.
And you heard the gun. That's the end of the first quarter. And the Steelers have the lead, 3-0. Roy Girella, field goal. We'll be returning to Candlestick Park right after this message. Well, I wouldn't approve of that artist. I thought they had a lot of artists out here. We could have done a little better there.
Well, that's the name.
We agree with the sentiment. 3rd down, 11. The Steelers, the ball at their own 40-yard line, 3-0 over the 49ers as we begin the second quarter. Bradshaw, he has the time, looking deep, and he finds Stallworth.
He got it.
And Don, you touched on something earlier, and the reason I think that Swan is having a great year, and he has eclipsed his best previous year already tonight with 3 receptions to move him to 52, is that John Stallworth has really developed into an outstanding wide receiver, and you can no longer double up on Lynn because you're going to come back to this young man. He's averaging just under 20 yards a reception, so he is a threat.
No question about it. And like so many others today, some of his action first begins when he receives the football. He can carry it.
The first down inside the 40-yard line of the 49ers. Bradshaw right over the middle of Grossman, first down.
That's such a good play. It's so safe. Grossman's coming down off the line of scrimmage. The linebackers got to make their move, and he really basically just turns right around. Hopefully comes back, meets the ball a little bit. It's a very safe kind of pass, and you want to throw those to keep the drives going.
29th reception for this man on the year. We saw him against Houston. Howard, remember that night he had 9 receptions. But he
had a big night, but they miss Cunningham.
They do.
You know it. You already said it. They miss his blocking.
Grossman 215. That's tough to take on a big 250-pound defensive end. On first down, Franco Harris cuts along the left side, finds a little gap, slides down around the 22 for a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
That's Scott Bull, the quarterback who doesn't usually make mistakes. He's not a great creative quarterback. He's frankly not one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but he usually has a way of keeping you in the game, which is what matters with a young team like this. Tonight, his 1 intercept led to Pittsburgh's field goal. The only score of the game thus far. 2nd down, 7. Bradshaw has the time, looking for Swan, and Swan well covered as he collided with Robertson, and Terry laid it too long after that collision. So it'll be 3rd down, 7. Hate to say this, but
for the mother and father of Ken McAfee. Quite frankly, I played with Ken McAfee with the Giants a few years back. But we have a report that Ken McAfee has a severely sprained left knee. Well, I'll be back tonight.
That's a shame. The way he was walking around on it, I had every hope that he'd be back. That's too bad.
3rd and 7.
There's Kenny now.
Great collegian, All-American, #1 draft pick for the 49ers out of Notre Dame. Bradshaw. Swan. He can get there. 6, and he does. He was under it. He beats Roberson again, and you have to feel sorry for a safety man who gets isolated, having moved to a new position at cornerback against Lynn Swan.
Well, you have to love that ball player. You really do. We commented when he scored Pittsburgh's lone touchdown against L.A. that he's as fine a man as he is a ball player. Watch him run out under this ball. I mean, he just out
He really did. He goes into the inside, got that one chuck for the defensive back, and you see that Lenny just made a good move to the inside and was able to turn it back, caught him way off guard. He was wide open.
He spun Roberson around like a top. Jarrella for the conversion. And Pittsburgh rumbles along 10-0 over the 49ers with 13:26 remaining in the first half. And again, and Roberson took that one shot out at the line of scrimmage, and then Swan drove it inside. Terry released it, Don, even before he went to the outside. 6 points. The Steelers will be back in a moment. Dan Swan was shut out last week. He's caught 4 passes already tonight before a lot of his hometown fans. He went to Sarah High School in San Mateo, and there are about 50 of his friends and relatives here tonight watching him.
More than that, as a matter of fact. For a brief instant, it looked like Bradshaw had overthrown him. Then he went into high gear. Gift,
Jarrella pumps. Greg Boykin waits for it, and it goes out of bounds, and that will back Jarrella up to the 30. They'll kick again.
5 yards.
That's the amazing thing about Swanee, Frank. Oh, look at that. Christmas wishes for the 49er faithful. A new owner, a new general manager, another Monty Clark. I'm not going to defend either the owner, and I'm certainly not going to knock Monty Clark, who's a master at forging offensive lines and proved it under Shula and is a fine head coach. As for the new general manager, I think Joe Thomas can sit on his record. He's the man who drafted Bob Greasy. He's the man who immediately went to Baltimore, got George Kunz, and drafted Burt Jones. He's helped forge 3 winning teams. They'll shut up in a hurry here if next year San Francisco turns it around with a team that has 17 rookies on it. Period.
You mentioned Monty Clark. We'd like to congratulate that team. He came up with a superb effort against Denver on Thanksgiving Day.
Really did, and that offensive line was terrific. And their front 4 spent much of the afternoon on Craig Morton's back.
Set up quite a game for us next Sunday night that is. Oakland and Denver, they're tied. Jarrella kicks, this time from the 30. And he's trying to work the ball to Boykin, and it goes out of bounds again. Oh, no. It hit him. Touch it? Yes. Yep. He touched it, and that's where it'll be marked.
Oh, that's such a costly mistake.
Oh.
But you get him back another 5 yards, you're guaranteed for good field position. He couldn't kick it more.
This is Greg Boykin.
Yep.
Does he get a call on it?
Watch this. Bounce back right into him. Oh, yes.
Got him on the nose guard.
That is so embarrassing.
Oh, it's terrible.
He was right there close where he can watch it, though.
Yes. Too close.
So instead of getting good field position, the 49ers, and again, we'll keep telling you how young they are, try and tell you where a lot of them came from, because they have come from far and wide now. The ball just inside the 18-yard line. Play action by Scott Bull. And Bull gets out to the 23-yard line. Down he goes, and we told you he was a good athlete. He played a little bit of everything at Arkansas. He was a tight end, he was a safety, he was a running quarterback out of the wishbone, he was a basketball player. And that time he ambled for 8 yards. It'll be second down along to the ball just inside the 25-yard line.
Great name for a quarterback, isn't it?
Scott Bull.
He's only been around 3 years, so he may learn some things.
6'5", 211, Scott Bull. And off, Farrell. Farrell, I believe, short of the first down, getting out close to the 27. He needed to get just beyond that.
Very close. No measure.
No, get a measurement.
I would kind of like this Steve DeBerg is kind of an interesting quarterback to me. He came out of the Dallas group at the same time that, well, Jim Zorn was down there for a while. Right before that, well, he was not with DeBerg. I guess that's when Carano was there, DeBerg and Carano. But he had some pretty good games early, and then things kind of fell apart on him.
Well, he had a good game in the preseason for us. Don, you weren't with us then when San Francisco upset Denver at Denver, which takes some doing. In particular, he hit the Juice, who was playing then, with a pass, and the Juice high-stepped it all the way for a score. But they tell me that in the 9 games DeBerg worked, he didn't call one single audible. You can't win in this league that way.
Third down, you saw how much was needed. And Scott Bull bowls ahead, gets the first down.
That is interesting because I do think that even as a rookie, second-year guy, to learn the concept of what you're trying to do offensively is the bottom line. Eventually will be the key. You've got to know what you want to do, and if you got something called that won't work, have the confidence come off of it. Try something else.
Sometimes you can call an audible that'll kill you.
Yeah.
As Bradshaw did against the Rams. I'll explain later.
Bull, a second-round draft pick in '76, played behind Plunkett that year. Again last year. Now he's directing the attack. Throws that sky ball and is incomplete to Freddie Solomon. That's about the third time down. He's released that thing and it just flies.
Yeah, it's a little float. When you're not quite confident that where you want that ball to go, you don't quite follow through. Just not enough, and it'll just fly on you a little bit.
He's releasing it from way up there. We told you he's 6'5".
Mainly that follow through. Get that hip through a little bit more. A little more control over that ball. You'll have that strength behind it. You know what I mean.
Johnson defending for Pittsburgh. Second down and 10. Tony Dungy comes in, number 21. 5-man defensive secondary. Hofer on the draw play, and he gets out to the 33-yard line, close to the 33, short of the first down, where it'll be third down and 4.
Looked like a big hole in there in the middle there that time to me.
Closed up quickly, though. He has an interesting way of running. Those legs move like churning pistons, you know? Bang, bang, bang.
Picked him up 3 or 4.
Third down, long 4, the ball just inside the 33-yard line. Clock ticking away, 11 minutes remaining in the first half. Steelers out in front of the 49ers, 10-0. Bobby Farrell, single setback. The blitz is on, they pick it up, and Scott Bull had to throw it away in the general direction of his tight end, Paul Seal. Incomplete, fourth down. Here comes the punting unit.
Scott Bull was lucky. There's the Juice, old number 32 watching. Says that he may play before this season ends, which will be his decision. Whether or not it's ill-advised remains to be seen, and says he will absolutely play next year. He is absolutely committed to play at least 2 years for San Francisco, this being the first year, of course.
Of course, the Juice out with the shoulder injured 3 weeks ago against Atlanta. He's 1,537 yards short of a great mark, 12,312 yards by Jim Brown. He would like to have that record before he leaves the game. Mike Connell, high kick. T.O. Bell is back, does not fair catch it. And in doing so, tacks a very dangerous 8 or 9 yards onto it, out to the 34-yard line, where Pittsburgh will have good field position when we return in just a moment. For which to run?
Ever.
The office of Ever.
Yes, sir.
What does he mean, Danny?
I don't know, but I think I can handle it off as well. I'm for water and against sin.
Here we go. The Steelers with a 10-0 lead. First down, 34-yard line. Harris right up the middle. Rolls forward out to about the 37, 38-yard line. Gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7. Joe Harris, number 50, in there with a little help from his friends. Joe Harris came from Washington this year for for a 6th-round draft pick, which was Minnesota's, for a trade that involved Nate Allen. Now, that sounds confusing. Well, when you research these 49ers these days, you run into a whole lot of cataloging.
You got one of them selling insurance, or was it real estate a couple of weeks ago?
Rick Moser, number 39, from Scarsdale High School in there for the Steelers. There's Grossman over the middle, first down. Randy Grossman out to the 48-yard line, first down. Mark Nichols in on the stop there.
Grossman is not unlike the great, remember old Pete Gent? Pete Gent would come in there and play tight end every now and then. Not quite big enough to block, but could get open down the middle. Had good hands, catch the ball.
39 in there for the Steelers. Rick Moser, I was half joking. He played with my son at Scarsdale High School on a championship team, 73. Went up to Rhode Island, academic All-American, and an 8th-round draft pick this year for the Steelers. He gets the call. And Moser gets into 49er territory. A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. The ball at the 49.
Did they have pretty good teams there at Scarsdale in those days, Frank?
They had a great team. The year Frank's son Jeff played for them. Great team.
And then later on, when Kyle played, they both were champions there under Ron DeShure. Fine coach. Turned out a lot of fine people, too. 2nd down, 7.
That was an interesting sign.
I didn't read it. What did it say?
I still can't figure it out.
All resting at the 49-yard line of the 49ers. Moser again. And Rick Moser inside the 45. A gain of 5 to the 47-yard line, short of the first down by about a yard. And we're going to pause 5 seconds and allow our stations all along the line tell you who's bringing you the football game.
You're watching WTAE-TV Channel 4 in Pittsburgh.
Okay, those are our friends around the country bringing you the football game from Candlestick Park, which you see here as viewed from the Goodyear Blimp, Columbia, piloted by Tom Matos, our cameraman Mayo Partee. 3rd down and a yard. Ball at the 43-yard line. Moser bangs ahead and a flag goes down on either side of the field. Moser has the first down. But again, flags are down.
Franco didn't get hurt a minute ago, did he? He ran off without going back to the huddle. You know if he was injured, anybody?
It didn't appear to be.
Offside defense, number 78, first down.
Archie Reese, an eager rookie from Clemson for the 49ers, offsides.
He got the wind knocked out of him. We're trying to get a report now. Oh, they're looking at his shoulder, so it's more than that.
I just saw him get up and go right to the bench.
Ball at the 38-yard line of the 49ers. Bradshaw looking for Swan. He's there, and it's deflected on a good defensive play by the man who intercepted earlier in the game, Chuck Christ.
Terry did a pretty good job getting this pass off. They had a blitz coming in. He had to elude a couple of potential tacklers in the back. Swanee slides, as you can see there, was trying to come back for the ball, and you're right. A good play by Chris coming across from his safety position.
Robeson's been stung enough. Number 49, he was playing well off him.
They've been trying to help him with zone coverage. They can't do it all the time, but he's given Swanee plenty of room, as you see.
We saw Buns, the middle linebacker, number 57 on the blitz for the 49ers. It's 2nd down, 10. Rocky Blyer, right side, and Blyer inside the 35-yard line to the 34, a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down, 6. Buns in on the stop, number 57.
Don, I'm told Franco has a pinched nerve in that shoulder. We await a further report, but we've gotten that much. You're seeing him right there.
Yeah, that's one of those types of injuries that you really can't tell how serious it is. Doesn't feel good, we know that.
The stadium holds some 61,000. Our guess, speculation, and we'll bring it to you later, will be somewhere around 40,000 are here, 45 perhaps. City troubled by the happenings of today. 3rd and 7. Bradshaw again on the blitz, and he had to unload the Swan. He has it inside the 15.
Oh,
And how many times have we seen that sliding catch?
He's amazing. That's all there is to it.
good move, I think, by Bradshaw. comes a safety. And he got there just about time. Terry had enough sense to throw it and get out of the way.
What a catch,
And
huh?
that was a nice catch come sliding in. He was right about the pitcher's mound. So this.
When you get the blitz, you're going to get one-on-one coverage. There's the move. It just froze Roberson once again, who is really getting an education out of that corner from Lynn Swan. It's a first down inside the 15, close to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, they had a move by Penny over here. Ray Penny drawing Jimmy Webb off sides. That'll back him up 5.
Ball start, number 74, still first down.
There's number 74, Larry Brown, who ordinarily would play that spot. Ray Penny has been filling in for him for several weeks now, about 8 weeks, I believe. And he is dressed tonight for the first time in a long time. Larry Brown could possibly play. They expect him to go next week against Houston. But right now it's Ray Penny. First down, 15. 6:05 remaining in the half. 10-0, the Steelers, and they're moving. Rick Moser remains for Franco Harris. Bradshaw slipped, or he would have had an open field, and he is dropped back at the 24-yard line, a loss of 5.
Trying to hand it off to Blyer, and he missed the handoff. Nobody was there. Tried to react, make a quick move, and he slipped down.
Interesting development in Chuck Noll as a person. When his team isn't performing well, he now puts a kind of smile across his lips. Once he was implacable, and at other times he was openly bitter, almost scornful of that which he was saying.
He's smiling at the wrong time.
That's right. He's got equanimity now.
Well, you can't smile and think at the same time. I know that.
Second down, 20, and Bradshaw puts Swan over against Roberson. That's where he's been successful all night. Hands off up the middle to Rick Moser. Moser is corralled at the 20-yard line. Gain of 3, where it'll be third down. And 16. Archie Reese on the stop.
That is established as a matter of political history in this country. You can't smile and think at the same time, right?
How well I know.
I hope that's not the case.
You got to be kidding. Tom said it was.
Steelers have used more than 5 minutes on this drive. Seconds ticking away. Will be inside 5 minutes remaining in the half before this play is off. Wonder Mons comes in defensively for the 49ers. Their 5th man in the secondary. 3rd and 16.
He's waited too long, Terry.
And that'll be 5 more as Terry looked up. He saw the threat of a safety blitz, turned around, and was going to have a discussion with his fullback Rick Moser, and the clock expired. Here's the call.
Delay, still third down.
Third down now, 21.
In the Pittsburgh-Los Angeles game won by L.A., Pittsburgh's only score came in a Bradshaw to Swan pass in the corner of the end zone. They were about to call the same play in that game later on when they were driving for a touchdown that would have given them the win. I'll finish the story later.
They get a double coverage on Swan. Bradshaw reads it. And still goes to him. Swan in the end zone, double covered by Roberson.
And he drilled it.
Bob Jury, and he was wide open.
He drilled it, boy.
Swanee's having a field day.
Had he thrown it on timing, he was well covered, Frank. You mentioned they did have him double. He hesitated, had good enough protection to wait and come back one more time. We'll watch it how Len finally does break away. He is double, and he got him to turn his back.
You know, Jury had no reason in the world to go to the inside. He had help on the inside, nothing on the outside. That's how you get easy touchdowns. Swan now 6 receptions, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns, not bad in front of your hometown crowd.
And the Park Virginia pear tree.
And Zarella tacks on the conversion. And we have a Pittsburgh Steelers 17-0 lead with 4:41 remaining in the first half. We'll be back in San Francisco in a moment.
I'll tell you this, Joe Thomas better learn one thing, not to fight with the press. All he has to do is produce a winner, and the fans will take care of themselves. They'll respond to a winner.
Roy Zarella will hit the ball. Paul Hofer is standing at the goal line. Zarella taken there by Mark Nichols, and Nichols rolls out to the 35-yard line.
That's my man. Lynn Swan has it all. The flowing grace, the speed, the change of speed, the great hands, the coverage. We've told you earlier, you've heard many times. Twice suffered concussions. Once, under doctor's advice, considered retiring. Highland, but no, he's back. Wants to play at least 3 more years.
He didn't speak to you. You said hello to him.
We had him in the booth for about an hour earlier.
That's right. You weren't in.
I know.
He was having barbecued potato chips.
On 1st and 10, Bull under pressure. Jack Ham and Mean Joe Green, but not until Scott Bull had turned a sack into an 8-yard pickup. He's done that twice tonight.
I was telling you about Bradshaw and the audible.
Yes.
As he failed to call one early. Well, they had scored on that corner pattern in the end zone to Swan. Now they're in a position, so he called that play in the huddle. He gets up to the line of scrimmage. The seasoned Rams threatened to blitz. We're moving around back there. Terry calls an audible. Blue 35. Green, so everybody knew, the Rams veteran team, they knew that the second call was the call, that it would be a run. Lynn ran his pattern, was all alone, but the run was stopped. Frank
Hofer on 2nd and 2. Taves misses, but Donnie Shell comes up to keep Hofer from the first down. Paul Hofer, and 6-footer out of the University of Mississippi, has really come a long way. He rolled off 104 yards against the #1 defense against the rush Los Angeles Rams last week.
I don't think I understood what you said about the audible. Was it the play didn't work?
They stopped the run dead. They knew from the second call on the audible that it would be a run play.
I got you.
Well, Rams have a couple of Steeler ex-coaches.
That's right.
3rd down, it's a long 2 now. Hofer lost about a half a yard.
What?
And the flag goes down. You saw Dwight White offside. And Lambert is all over Scott Bull.
That's going to get him a first down, though, Frank. 3rd down, about 3. They'll take it anywhere they can get it.
Meanwhile, with 3
offside, you saw Dwight White, bottom of your screen.
With 3:35 left in the half, the Steelers are having their first good scoring game in a long number of weeks.
Ken McAfee leaving the field, and again, you really hate to see this.
Oh, that's a shame.
Great young man and a great athlete.
He also said how really kind of a freakish accident it was. He's making a block and down on the ground, and could have been some of his own men that fell in on the pile, and you do that. Those little long legs have a way of getting in the wrong place sometimes.
The first down following the penalty for offsides against the Steelers, the 48-yard line of the 49ers. 3:35 remaining in the first half, 17-0 the Steelers. Hofer.
Boy, that was a good defensive play.
Down goes Hofer in the arms of Jack Lambert.
Boy, he hit the hole quick. Again, it looked like they had the thing opened up real well. Lambert reads it. Hofer's got pretty good acceleration out of that backfield. Went to the middle and says, wait a minute. Hello.
What a tough cookie.
Well, you saw a good shot of what a good tackle will do for a middle linebacker.
Good point.
Joe Green just keeping that offensive guard away from Lambert.
Nice shield for him there, wasn't it?
2nd down and 8. Ball just short of midfield. Bull. Whoa. And that was Dwight White, and did he collide with Scott Bull way back at the 42-yard line? It's going to be a loss of about 5.
Good scramblers never really turn to make a move without some sort of a little roll to it. Watch him. He just turns to make a move back to his left, straight, and runs right into White. Got a little pressure. You'll see guys like Tarkington, he'll kind of do that little spin, or the Chuck Foreman spin before they get there, and you don't get that many hits head on. That time he met him right head on. Dwight White out of East Texas.
He missed last week. He has come back to perform tonight. You saw him playing back to the great form that has been his characteristic over the past 2 years. 3rd down now. Ball at 14. The ball at the 43-yard line. Steelers in a 5-man secondary deployment. Scott Bull throws to Harrison. It's complete. And the 49ers stay alive. They have a first down at the 41-yard line.
That was a great catch by young Harrison. Really was.
I couldn't help it. I was looking at Paul Seal, the tight end. I think he thought the ball was thrown at him. He'll be right in your pattern there, number 85. And he says, man, how can you miss me that far? And he says, I wasn't going to you.
Kenny Harrison, if you want speed on the outside, he's got that. Of course, he is a a second-year man, and so he needs a little playing time. That's the 2-minute warning. The Steelers dominating here in the first half, 17-0. The 49ers have a first down at the Steelers' 43. There's a man that knows how to stay warm. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 49ers have a first down. They're at the 42-yard line of the Steelers. Frank Gifford along with Howard Cosell and Don Meredith.
Can you juggle?
Can I?
Yeah.
I've been doing it all my life.
Touche.
Ah, yes. Oh, flooding his backs to the left.
Look out.
Look out, and flag is going to go down as Hofer.
Lawrence Hayes is the one that I think they're going to call that on.
Well, that's going to be a tough call because a defensive man under the new rules can station himself. If he doesn't move, the receiver runs into him, then he is not in violation.
51.
That is going to be called, and I think against Lawrence Hayes.
That's right.
Lawrence saying, wait a minute, I was just trying to help out there. Scott's getting a little protection back here. He moves some, tries to lay it into. It's pretty well covered over there because he does have Tays coming in there. You see Lambert from the middle, but Tays, let's see if we can check it from another angle. Lambert's trying to catch up with him out of the backfield. Good agility for him there. And here comes Tays in from the outside.
I think he had a little more than position.
I think he did.
First and 10.
Almost took his head off.
Ball at the 31-yard line. Dave Williams in there for the 49ers. And Scott Cole intended for Paul Seal. And I want to tell you about this week on World News Tonight. ABC News is going to feature 2 investigative series. First, in a 3-part report, ABC News exposes insurance agents who rip off elderly Americans for more than $2 billion a year with insurance frauds. And in another series, ABC News does a close-up report on this week's federal safety hearings. Could this country's worst air disaster, the crash of PSA 182, and maybe others, have been avoided? This week on World News Tonight, fast becoming the most watchable news on television. So drop in. Second down and 10. 149.
Go get him, Guru. Look out.
Over the middle and in and out of the hands on a pass that should have been caught by Freddie Solomon, and that was why Solomon, quite frankly, was benched last week. He dropped 4 against the Cardinals, and you can hear the crowd reflecting their sentiments.
Well, they laid it right on the line. Freddie Solomon has all-star talent. Everybody knows it. But Shula traded him away in the Delvin Williams deal for this very reason. He's a man who needs constant approval, and even more than that, who likes to talk about what he can do. But in terms of attitude, he becomes somehow careless or indifferent. And that play was a vivid evidence of it. You don't like to pick out a guy, but in this case, you have to journalistically. We'll be back.
The preceding announcement was brought to you as a public service by Rocky Blyer and the National Football League. Scott Bowles steps into the huddle. He has 2 timeouts remaining. Third down and 10, and Freddie Solomon could have had another first down for him, but he didn't hold on.
Sometime.
That's the reason I'm in.
Go get him.
All right. 31-yard line of the Steelers. 17-0 the Steelers lead. Solomon flanked to the right. Harrison to the left.
Oh, he got good time. He's going to give it to him.
Yes, Paul Seal. And Paul Seal is a 49er first down on a nifty catch down around the 15-yard line.
Well, we told you that guy is a fine receiver, and we alluded to a catch he made a couple of years back against Dallas, one of the best we've ever seen on Monday Night Football.
Look at the protection. Wasn't that pretty?
3-man rush, too, and he just was looking downfield trying to find somebody that was...
Just in. Look at that gift. Just in with that left foot.
That's nice. Nice ball.
Steelers with 8 men in that pass defense. First down, 15-yard line. Bull puts it up in the sky. Blunt had hit Harrison in the end zone. Nobody picked it up.
Harrison sure thought Blunt would interfered with him that time.
Well, there was an official right there. Harrison went immediately to that official who was no more than 4 feet away, but got no call. Meanwhile, Fred O'Connor looks dismayed.
A lot close. Dismayed, distraught. Bewildered.
Looks like all coaches have not won a game yet.
Bewildered.
Second Second down, 10. Ball inside the 15-yard line. 1:31 remaining in the first half.
You know, he shouldn't worry so much about it. The Bay Area is such a lovely place to live. For some folks.
Scott Bull in trouble.
Let's throw that one up, boys.
Put that up for grabs in the end zone, and Jack Ham gladly accepts it.
Yeah, it's getting too tight back here. I'm going to throw it up to see if somebody else wants it.
Scott Bull in all kinds of trouble. He knows he should not have thrown that ball. L.C. Greenwood was in there. He just threw it in a crowd.
Never should have thrown the ball. The quarterback, who usually doesn't make mistakes, has made 2 critical ones tonight, and a near third one when he threw a similar inadvisable pass that fell harmlessly on that occasion.
Let's take a look at this one. See where harmlessly this one will fall. There's a little pressure back here. I'm going to do the Dickie-Doo dance here and look good. Hello. Wow, 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 wow.
See that ball waffle?
Yes, sir.
Good news for Steeler fans. Franco Harris back into the lineup with Sidney Thornton, number 38. Harris, of course, 32. Then gets the call.
That's even a good news for football fans because he's a pleasure to watch.
And he quickly rips off 7 yards. Moving out to the 28-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3. Joe Harris drives him out of bounds, stopping the clock with 1:17 remaining in the first half. You know, that man that's in there with Harris, number 38, Sidney Thornton, is a man that, well, on the record, Chuck Noll says could be one of the best blocking backs in football.
Thunder Thornton.
He's big, 5'11", a 230-pounder. You saw him leading the way on that last play for Harris. Second down, a long 2. Bradshaw looking for Harris, incomplete. He tried to short out it. Bob Jury was right there covering for the 49ers.
Don't forget, Sunday night, special Sunday night edition of NFL football, and a game filled with meaning. Denver visiting the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum against the struggling Oakland Raiders. And the 2 teams at 8-5, tied for the lead in the AFC West. The winning team, an almost sure bet to get into the playoffs. Almost. You've got to look at the respective schedules. Denver must yet play Pittsburgh. Oakland has to play Miami and Minnesota, among others.
Short yardage offense on 3rd down and 2. Harris the call. Gets the block, and he has the first down. And the Steelers call timeout with 1:04 remaining in the first half. We want to tell you about college football coming your way this Saturday at 12:30 Eastern Time. Most of you are going to see 8th-ranked Georgia against Georgia Tech. In certain areas, Stag Bowl Division III championship will be played. Wittenberg against Baldwin Wallace. The Division II semifinals will also be played. Youngstown State versus Eastern Illinois. Winston-Salem State against Delaware. And then at 4 o'clock, the granddaddy of them all, the Army-Navy game. So check your local listing for the game and time in your area. College football at its finest coming your way this Saturday.
That Army-Navy series, the Army's won 37 games, Navy's won 35, and there's 6 ties. So they have had a rather heated rivalry. And I also note that Navy is headed to the Holiday Bowl, their first bowl since 1963, led by none other than Roger Staubach. How about that?
Very good.
Thank you. Coach Sal, for general manager. They want you as general manager everywhere.
I can't handle more than 1 team at a time. I've already been proposed for that job in Cincinnati.
Yeah, well, you've got your... Yeah, it's funny they want you at those 1 in 10 and 1 in 11 cities.
Well, and I got no place to go but up.
I thought it was they wouldn't care. It'd be one of the places they wouldn't really bother on that night.
Steelers have 2 timeouts. They have a 1st and 10, the ball inside the 31-yard line. 1:04 remaining in the half. Screen to the flanker, Stalwart.
Oh, there's a flag there.
Flag goes down. Should be a clip. Stalwart gets in trouble out at the 36-yard line.
That's just how you draw it up.
But a flag is down, as we mentioned, back where the pass was completed.
Yeah, but I told you earlier, with Stallworth, frequently the action begins with the reception. He can run.
You mean that play wasn't designed to do that, huh?
If you think it was, you're in possession of a scoop. That's right.
Scoop.
It's an illegal use of hands against the Steelers.
Well, come on, guys.
52 seconds now on the clock. Reminding you at halftime, we'll have our halftime highlights and a special news report. Max Robinson.
Illegal use of the hands, number 55. 10 yards, still first down.
Okay, Jack.
Flag Rex Robinson will be reporting on the terrible tragedy that took place here in San Francisco today, the shooting of the mayor of San Francisco, George Moscone, the supervisor, Harvey Milk. So stay with us. 52 seconds remaining in the half. First and 20. Franco Harris.
I love it.
Well, Randy Grossman didn't want to clip, and Harris turned around back there until he finally found some running room and moves the ball out to the 28-yard line, short of the first down, or rather short of the original line of scrimmage.
He's getting up slowly, as you can see.
Yeah, he's tired.
Out. Yep, ran 30 yards at least on that play. 11 seconds worth.
Clock stop, exactly right, at 40 seconds.
He's got a mind like steel trap, good vision.
Second down, 13. Earlier in the game, if you were with us, Franco Harris was out for several series, complaining of a pinched nerve in his neck.
You run with it that many times for that many years, you go get some pinches in a lot of places.
Sidney Thornton. And Thornton gets out over the 30, close to the 32-yard line, where it's going to be third down and 9. Stats coming into tonight.
Yeah, well, you got that Cedric Hartman coming off there, Frank.
Yeah. There's one of the veterans on this team, a good one. Cedric Hartman being assisted off the field.
You know, it's something I meant to mention earlier, and it slipped my mind, but this telecast, this broadcast, it's been presented by the authority of the National Football League. That's all of them included. And it's intended for the private use of the folks watching, our audience. So any rebroadcast or really other use of this telecast, without, of course, if you had the express written consent of the National Football League, if you don't have that consent, it's prohibited. Did you understand that, Howard?
Well, you took 10 seconds and made it 40.
Well, it took 11 seconds for him to get 5 yards. He's sliding around out here. I beat him by a second.
Third down and 9 for the Steelers. Next week, as we see Cedric Hartman being treated on the sideline, the Steelers will go into the Astrodome to play perhaps the hottest team in football right now, and that's the Houston Oilers. They're 9-4.
Well, you guys had a good game. That Miami-Houston game, I think, was one of the better ones that I have watched in a long time.
Great game.
Fun.
Great game.
Good football teams. Not really making mistakes. You know, they're both playing well. That's fun to watch.
Another rookie comes in to fill in for Hartman. Willie McRae, number 76, a rookie from Troy State. Third and 9. Sidney Thornton.
Look at Sidney go.
And Sidney is close to a Steeler first down. I believe he has it with 15 seconds on the clock moving remaining in the half.
They're going to regroup, come back in the second half and see what's happening.
And
touchdown receptions, 11 touchdown receptions on the year. A truly great wide receiver. Now our halftime highlights are being brought to you by Commercial Credit, a financial service of Controlled Data Corporation. We find ways to help. Now let's turn our attention to yesterday's NFL highlights. The place, Municipal Stadium, Cleveland, Ohio. The Los Angeles Rams, the visiting and highly favored team. But in the first quarter, it was 3-3. Cleveland's ball, first and goalie, LA 9. Brian Sipe, the handoff to Ozzie Newsome. End around, swinging left, in for the touchdown. Cleveland ahead, 10-3. In the third quarter, it was Cleveland, 17-9. The Browns ball, 3rd and 11 at the Rams 31. Brian Sipe with the hot hand all day, getting beautiful protection. Back to pass, throwing to number 33, the much-traveled Reggie Ruck in the end zone. Touchdown. Stripped of the ball by 48, Bill Simpson, but it's too late. The score counted. 24-9 Cleveland. In the fourth quarter, Cleveland was hanging on 24-12. They had the ball first and 10, their own 43. Watch Greg Pruitt go down that sideline. Youngblood, 53, missed him. 42, Elmendorf missed him. 27, Pat Thomas missed him. And he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. There are stats on the day. So Cleveland went ahead 30-12. The kick was blocked. Let's look at that play again. There goes Pruitt. He gets a good block there to spring him loose. Now 53 Youngblood is over too late to get him. And Elmendorf has him, but he escapes Elmendorf. That's Pat Thomas, number 27. And then finally gets past Bill Simpson. What a run by Greg Pruitt as the Brownies won it 30-19. Cincinnati at Houston, the Astrodome, another big day for Earl Campbell. This is one of two runs we're about to show you as he was in the process of breaking the rookie rushing record set by Don Woods in 1974. His record was 1,162 yards. This was the very run on which Campbell broke the record. That brought him to 1,166. He wound up the day with an incredible 1,265 yards thus far. But Cincinnati was not to be beaten easily in the second quarter. The score was 10-7, Cincinnati in the lead. Pastorini back to pass. Fakes. You'll see the pump and the fake to Campbell. Then deep downfield in number 88, the former Jet, Rich Gaster, touchdown, and Houston went on to win it 17-10. They're at 9-4 on the season. They're hot. The Jets at the Orange Bowl against Miami. Once they won the Super Bowl there against Baltimore. This was third quarter action. Miami had 6-3. Matt Robinson looking for his favorite target. There he is, Wesley Walker. The Comet-like speedster from the University of California. The play good for 42 yards. It set up a Darnell Powell touchdown. The Jets went ahead 10-6. On the very next series, the Jets still 10-6. Greasy back to pass. 2nd and 10. Miami's 20. The pass intended for 89, Nat Moore. But it's picked off by number 59, Bob Martin. And the linebacker goes downfield, returning it all the way to the Miami 3. That set up a Kevin Long touchdown, and the Jets were ahead 17-6 in the fourth quarter. Still 17-6, the Jets. Jets ball 1st and 10, the Dolphins 33. Matt Robinson again to number 85, Wesley Walker, the bomb for a touchdown, and the Jets went on to win it 24-13. Second time they've upset Miami this year.
What does it take to...
Green Bay at home to Minnesota. Critical game. The teams tied for first, Central Division, NFC. This is the fourth quarter. Green Bay ahead 10-3. The final drive, a 4th down pass by Tarkenton, and he hits Ricky Young, the NFL's leading pass receiver. That kept the drive alive. It came with 1:05 remaining, and then with 14 seconds left, Sir Francis throws again to Ahmad Rashad, who clings to the football over number 29 for the tying touchdown, McCoy. And so it was 10-10. They played overtime. It wound up that way. Seattle at Oakland, the place, the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. First quarter, the score was 0-0. The Raiders driving. Oakland ball 2nd and 7 to Seattle 12. Watch closely. Unaccountably, Stabler loses control of the ball. Seattle recovers. End of Oakland drive. On the very next series, the Oakland team found itself struggling to contain the great Seattle quarterback, Jim Zorn. Seattle's ball 2nd and 9 at the Oakland 38. There's Zorn, number 10. Deep downfield to number 83, Steve Rabel. Touchdown, Seattle ahead 7-0. In the fourth quarter, Oakland had struggled, taking a 10-7 lead. And Zorn going to work again. 1st and 10 at the Raider 27. Number 10, deep downfield to number 83, Steve Rabel. Touchdown, Seattle ahead 7-0. In the fourth quarter, Oakland had struggled, taking a 10-7 lead. And Zorn going to work again. 1st and 10 at the Raider 27. He likes to throw to this fellow, number 80, Steve Largent, who's wide open in the end zone. Seattle ahead 14-10. Later in the fourth quarter, 14-10 still. Oakland ball, 1st and 10 at the Seattle 31. Stabler fake, then threw to the big tight end, Dave Casper. Errol Mann missed the extra point, 16-14. Seattle got the ball with just 2:27 left, and Zorn took them downfield with throws like this one. That went to Sherman Smith, and this one again to number 80, Steve Largent. So they got into field goal range, and with less than 10 seconds remaining, 2nd and 10 at the Oakland 28. Efrain Herrera with that kick. Good! And Seattle had again upset Oakland 17-16. Look what that did to the standings in the AFC West. Denver and Oakland tied. The two meet this Sunday night in a special Sunday night edition of NFL football. You'll see it right here on ABC, 9 o'clock Eastern Time.
San Francisco police tonight continue to question a suspect in connection with today's double murder at City Hall. San Francisco Mayor George Moscone was shot to death, apparently after an argument in his office with the killer. The suspect is former city supervisor Dan White, who surrendered to police a half hour later. Earlier this month, White, who is 32, resigned his seat on the Board of Supervisors, San Francisco City Council. But White later asked the mayor to reappoint him to his former post. Also killed was City Supervisor Harvey Milk. As officials probe for motive in the two killings, ABC's Ken Kashiwahara traced the events that stunned the Bay Area.
It happened here at City Hall, a political rivalry which turned violent only 30 minutes before Mayor Moscone was to announce a replacement for Dan White's old job.
Both Mayor Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk have been shot and killed.
White had gone in to see Mayor Moscone and apparently became enraged when the mayor refused to reappoint White to his old supervisor's job. White had resigned several weeks ago, saying supervisors weren't paid enough, but he later changed his mind and wanted his old job back, confident as late as last Friday that he would get it.
When I leave the studio here, I'm going right to the city attorney's office, and I am very confident that I will be reappointed to my job.
But Mayor Moscone had decided not to reappoint White, and after the mayor was shot, White ran down this corridor, wild-eyed according to one witness. He then burst into the supervisor's offices, went into his former office, called Harvey Milk in, and allegedly shot him. Milk was an avowed homosexual, and tonight San Francisco's gay district was in mourning. Milk was the first gay ever elected to the city's Board of Supervisors and actively campaigned for gay rights. George Moscone was mayor for 3 years. He was a liberal who supported programs for the poor, the disadvantaged, the elderly. In 1974, he announced his intention of running for governor, but later withdrew. Only last week, he attended the funeral for Congressman Leo Ryan, who was killed in Guyana. City Hall workers were stunned by today's events, but they were also wondering how Supervisor White got through the building's metal detecting device with a gun. Police said everyone is supposed to go through the device, but apparently White went around it. So the city must cope with yet another tragedy, and some residents are wondering what is happening to their city by the bay. It is a month that will not soon be forgotten.
This is the third time in recent days that San Francisco has been stunned by tragedy. First, there was the murder of Congressman Leo Ryan after his investigation of the People's Temple in Guyana. Then the mass suicide of more than 900 temple members, many from the San Francisco area. But nothing except bizarre coincidence connects last week's tragedies with today's. We'll be following up this story tomorrow on Good Morning America and later in the day on World News Tonight. I'm Max Robinson.
But I just, in watching the two quarterbacks throw, and you go over to Bradshaw. Now, Bradshaw has one of the really strong arms, but he, too, has a great wrist snap at the end of his throw. You'll see him, he throws a lot of balls, and that arm will come on through, and he has a good delivery. I think the Bird's a good thrower. I think he has some problems.
Zip. That's the zip you mean, that follow through with the wrist snap.
Yeah. All right, we're about ready to go. The 49ers will kick off to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers out in front, 17-0. Deep is Larry Anderson, a rookie from Louisiana Tech, flanked by Rick Moser and Jack Delapane. There is Anderson. Wersching hits it. Anderson from his 4-yard line. And flags are down all over the area, and Anderson is down at the 22.
I think that's 4 flags, 3 or 4.
Everybody saw the same thing, I trust.
And as we usually see when the flags fall on the kickoff, it is clipping. And we have also received word that Franco Harris has re-injured a pinched nerve that he damaged in the first quarter. They are going to try, whatever that means, not to use him in the second half. Of course, they'd like to have him.
Clipping on the run back, number 25. First down.
Oldham gets another call, recently acquired by the Steelers. But the word is that they would try to avoid using Franco Harris if they can. First and 10 Steelers, their own 11-yard line. Rick Moser stays in the lineup. He wears number 39, the rookie from Rhode Island. But But this is Rocky Blyer, and Blyer goes down, corralled there by Willie McRae, who is filling in for an injured Cedric Hardman of the 49ers. Willie McRae, number 76, a rookie from Troy State. So the backfield now for the Steelers. Bradshaw, quarterback, number 12. Rocky Blyer, number 20. Rick Moser, number 39. Stallworth, 82. Lynn Swan, who's having a great night, number 88. The wide receivers, the tight end, number 84, Randy Grossman. The adjusted front four, the 49ers. Willie McRae, Ed Gallagher, Jim Webb, Archie Reese. Two rookies in that front four, McRae and Reese. 2nd and 6. Rick Moser gets the call, and Rick Moser tries to put the ball ahead for a first down. I believe it will be marked, however, about a foot short.
You see Ed Bradley, 54 there. He's one of the few veterans in the lineup. He's been around 7 years, linebacker. And as Frank said, McRae is filling in for Cedric Hardman, and you use the right verb form. He's filling in. You don't replace Cedric Hardman.
Kind of fun as we watch Rick Moser carry the football tonight, getting an opportunity to play. He came up the hard way, earned his spot out of Rhode Island by playing on the special teams, but it's fun to watch him. I watched him grow up, and here's the man he replaced. And of course, he idolized this man while he was playing high school football in Scarsdale, and now here he is on the same team. Interesting trip.
That was true. That was telling like it is. It was cool.
Blyer gets the first down, moving out close to the 28-yard line. So Blyer, we anticipate, will get additional work with Franco Harris on the bench.
Well, they're starting the second half to where they started the game, busting through on the ground.
I think they really want to do this. I think what happened to him in the first part of the game, they couldn't run, and so he did go back to the air and threw 2 touchdown passes. I don't think he really wanted to throw that much.
Swan, top of your screen. Stallworth, flank to Bradshaw's left.
There's a hole over right guard.
Rick Moser turns it back inside, runs into Big Ed Gallagher.
I just got a strange report. Hardman has injured his hip twice, his shoulder twice, and they're going to try to keep him out of the game.
You mean tonight he's done that?
Yes, it's the word I just got. Interesting. And they're going to try to keep him out. McAfee, of course, with strained ligaments in the knee, he definitely will not return.
2nd and down 8. Ball inside the 31-yard line of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're in the third quarter. The Steelers leading 17-0. Blyer gets a block from his rookie setback and moves it out to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5. It's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Bob Jury came up, made a pretty good defensive tackle that time.
He got to come up with a lot of good defensive tackles after the way he played Lynn Swan with the double coverage on Lynn's last touchdown.
You think Lynn turned him around?
I know Lynn turned him around. And as Frank noted, all he had to do was work to the outside. I don't know what he was doing, turn to the inside.
Lynn forced him into a full Veronica, as Mr. Button would say. 3rd and 3. Moser coughs it up, and the 49ers have it. Well, Rick Moser fumbles the ball. The 49ers have recovered. They have good field position. They'll be inside the 38-yard line. Archie Reese was the man who was all over it, and he has been all over the field tonight. This rookie from Clemson will be back. The 49ers in good field position.
That's Donnie Shell.
We got 2 footballs out there now. Shell has one in the end zone. Our official has one back at the 36-yard line.
You don't get it in a league that's only got 1 ball. If you get in a 1-ball league, you're going to be out in a hurry.
One thing about Jim Tunney, he'll never lose his cool. He's a cool cat. Took his official over to him. Yeah, I'm listening. Tell me what it was. And
I think it's the Steelers' ball.
I think what he said, Frankie, was their ball, but they're going to down it right back to where he recovered.
Well, I don't think there's any question about that. But Hofer coughed it up. Donnie Shell came up with it. There's Donnie Shell. He was all the way in the end zone.
All right.
That's Farrell leading. Banaszak will get in on the tackle. That's 76.
And Shell just takes it away from him.
I tell you, Shell played a great game a couple of weeks back on a Sunday night against the Rams.
Well, why didn't they let him go? Because he was never really down.
I don't believe they even saw it.
I don't think they did either.
Possession of the ball. 3rd down. Whistle was possession of the ball.
Oh,
Now they explain it. They said there was a whistle blown before Donnie Shell stripped the ball while Poker was in the arms of Banaszak. The whistle apparently had blown.
And that's what you call when somebody has a scoop.
Judgment call.
I know.
Of course.
That's right. That's a scoop for you.
It'll be third down and 8. 49ers retain possession. Donnie Shell upset. Chuck Noll obviously not pleased.
Obviously.
The 49ers retain possession. Third down and 8. The ball at the 36-yard line of the Steelers. Oh, here it comes, the blitz.
Yeah, they got mad. Look out now.
Paul Seal battling with Donnie Shell downfield. Interception.
Yeah, justice prevails, doesn't it?
How many times do I have to grab this ball?
Yeah, he said, I'm going to get it from somebody. It's going to be mine. Now, this time I'm going to take it to the house with me. I'm not going to give it back to nobody. They threw a blitz at him. You saw Jack Ham almost get there. Good move. Ball was not thrown that well. And we're going to come right back.
Did Donnie Shell. Second time around, they gave him credit for getting the football. He's the kind of player you love to watch. He's ubiquitous. He's all over the field. He hits like a linebacker. He just plays the game with enthusiasm and one of the best in the business at what he does.
And he gave the Steelers the football, first and 10, their own 24-yard line with that interception. Bradshaw immediately to the air, going to Stallworth. Stallworth took his eyes off that ball early.
He really did, didn't he? He moved his head, as a matter of fact, Frank.
Eddie Lewis was there, but Stallworth, who had to wait a moment, and a receiver sometimes when he runs his pattern has to wait for the ball, is particularly when it's well thrown, has a tendency to look around and see what kind of company he's got. Bradshaw says, I could have caught it for you. Second and 10. Terry's having himself a great year. A little slow the last couple of games, but you suspect that this is going to be the best year of his 9-year career. Rocky Blyer slips and down he goes, safe at second. Gets a yard out of it before he goes down. It's going to be third down and 9. Steelers, of course, 10-2 on their season. The Houston Oilers, I would suspect, watching this game, are 9-4. And they have the Steelers coming to the Astrodome next Sunday.
I think somebody in Philadelphia was writing that ABC brought the blue pom-poms to the Astrodome last Monday night.
Well, if they didn't, it's a good idea. I'd take credit for it if I was ABC.
Interesting, though, isn't it?
I don't know.
Chet Forty was out here 2 days ago putting up these signs.
Yeah.
Third down 9. Bradshaw. Lots of time, and he looks outfield, and who does he find but Lynn Swan, who's having a runaway night tonight.
You know, my eyes were on Lynn Swan, and suddenly, right behind Lynn Swan in the same passing lane was John Stallworth.
Well, but
couldn't tell which one he intended it for.
let's pause 5 seconds and allow our stations around the country identify themselves.
You're watching WTAE-TV, Channel 4 in Pittsburgh.
Lynn Swan from San Mateo, nearby San Mateo, California. Sierra High School has a lot of his classmates' family here tonight. He is putting on some show.
I think he was surprised to get that last pass, though, don't you, Frank?
On first and 10. Bradshaw gets as much as he can and then steps out of bounds, stopping the clock. Bradshaw moving out of bounds at about the 44-yard line.
I tell you, we've seen him from the first game he ever played, Terry Bradshaw. Remember? Done? The first Monday Night Football game ever done, preseason, against the Giants when he threw to Ronnie Shanklin for the first touchdown pass he ever threw.
No, you amaze me. I didn't remember that.
There's Kenny McAfee. Out for the night, out of uniform. Sprained ligaments in the knee. Thing about a player like McAfee is, despite the 11 defeats, he's never lost his enthusiasm, never lost his spirit.
Cleveland Elam is in, number 72 defensively, replacing Cedric Hartman, who was injured earlier. Bottom of your screen, there you can see his 2. Second down and 10. Rick Moser gets the call. This time he has both arms over that football. He coughed it up earlier, you might recall. Gets a yard and a half. It'll be third down and 7, stopped by Jimmy Webb and Cleveland Elam.
Cleveland was quickly in on the play. Elam is a player with superstar ability, who for some reason this year has been bothered bothered by nagging injuries, not of a serious nature, and also some feel that his spirit has been indifferent. That's why I suggested earlier he might be traded. A man of that caliber you can get an awful lot for if you want to trade him.
3rd and 7. 49ers this time stay in their 4-3, and somebody must have drawn them off because the middle of the line, Gallagher and Webb went simultaneously. Yes, that's the ball. They were not getting a pass rush in the 3-4, and Terry could sit back there and write a letter. Now they're trying to get their pass rush with the 4-3. No flag.
They took out a linebacker, brought an extra defensive back, and they pretty well covered it up.
Stallworth could not hold on to the high pass. Eddie Lewis gave Stallworth a little hop on the sidelines. 4th down. Out comes the punting unit for Pittsburgh. Punting. Mike Schulman is deep for the 49ers, number 84. So Schulman, and it'll be marked out of bounds at the 20-yard line, just inside the 21. 7:50. 49ers, 1st and 10, their own 20-yard line. They still have that big 0 on the scoreboard. Bobby Farrell, and down with shoulder. 2nd down, 6. The ball just short of the 25-yard line. Scott Bull dumps it off out in the flat to Hofer. And Hofer breaks the tackle, but Taves makes the save for losing 31-28 in the final seconds. Now battling the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bull hangs it up, double coverage, however, deep downfield.
Boyd has just been recently cut.
2nd down, 10. Oh, and Hofer is. Donald hangs it high. This is Jim Smith. And Smith, there's 1st and 10.
About 20 years ago.
Ball at their own 23-yard line. Whoops. Randy Grossman lunges.
Know how advisable that is.
Neither do I.
1st and 15. Rocky Blyer. Right side, and then 2nd down. Blyer gets a block from Rick Moser, and
Particularly the North Vietnamese. They said he'd never play again.
I'm going to leave that.
He almost picked it up.
that arrived at the 49ers only a couple of weeks ago. Copeland. It's another dandy kick. This is Jack Steptoe. And look at Steptoe.
Oh, he got him Steptoe.
Copeland, the punter, makes the save at the 37-yard line.
And it was really a fine, exciting run. That kid showed us something with that run. Jack Steptoe is another of the many rookies from Utah.
Cut by the Chicago Bears. He was picked up a couple of weeks ago when the 49ers were disenchanted with their wide receivers, and Steptoe high steps it for a 49er first down, 37-yard line of the Steelers.
As he cut left from the center of the field toward the left sideline, I loved the way he kept his balance. Looked like he was going down, but no.
Came up.
The problem is the 49ers can do nothing with the Steelers' defense. They've had good field position many times tonight. Now they go with the work reverse. Solomon runs right into Lawrence Taves.
Oh, Lawrence saw that one coming, didn't he? He was going to follow it, and there it was.
You talk about reading a play. Oh. First place, the play was not well executed. It wasn't disguised by the quarterback.
But from the beginning, I think you could, that Pittsburgh tipped that blitz. They were coming all the way. You saw them up in there. The experience at quarterback, okay, it won't always, it doesn't solve all the problems, but it does allow you sometimes to audible off a play. You want to save that play when things are just right.
Not against a blitz.
No, sir.
Steelers had it timed perfectly. Second down, 17. The ball at the 44-yard line. Bull gets away from Joe Green. Fires one of his flyers over Harrison.
You're going to get too much pressure if you go back and try to throw like everybody else does in that pattern and expect those young guys to beat Pittsburgh's experience or the defensive line. And they do blitz occasionally. If you roll out, it's a quick decision. You either got it or you haven't. If it's there, you throw it quickly, go back to the huddle, call another one. If it's not, throw it out of bounds, you haven't lost anything.
Well, That's the whole problem with this San Francisco team. We've constantly emphasized it. The youth, 17 rookies on the squad. There is no substitute for experience.
Third down, 17. Harrison goes out to the left. He looks across at number 47, an awesome sight. All-Pro Mel Blount. To the right is Freddie Solomon. Bull lofts it up for Paul Steele. And almost picked off by Tony Dungy.
Nice play by Dungy. He came off of his man, saw the ball after it was thrown, came over, made a good effort, knocked it away.
3 white shirts surrounded Steele then.
Well, he was not open. It really was just it was a fairly simple pattern. He had a guy go deep and one guy go short.
I love that. He was not open.
Yeah, he was not open.
Mike Connell will punt. T-Bell, 83. Jim Smith, 86, deep for the Steelers. There they are. Looking for a sideline. Well, that one should have been fair caught. And it wasn't. And it's down by Dave Williams inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. And this week on World News Tonight, ABC News features 2 investigative series. First, in a 3-part report, ABC News exposes insurance agents who rip off elderly Americans for more than $2 billion a year with insurance frauds. And in another series, ABC News does a close-up report on this week's federal safety hearings. Could this country's worst air disaster, the crash of PSA 182, and maybe others, have been avoided? Penetrating question. This week on World News Tonight, fast becoming the most watchable news on television. From the 3-yard line. Bobble the ball. Rocky Blyer. Bobble the football. The 49ers are saying they have it. And they do. They do. Number 76 is Willie McRae, the rookie from Troy State.
Well, we get some interest here. Pittsburgh, as Don said, sitting on its 17-0 lead.
It happened so many times, Howard. You know, you
things, and then that unaccountable upset yesterday.
Well, we got the Bears in San Diego next Monday. That's going to be a fun ball game.
49ers down 17-0. First and goal, 5-yard line. A Rocky Blyer fumble. Hofer. And Hofer runs into the linebacker. Number 53, that's Dennis. Second and goal. Hofer. And Hofer gets down to the 3-yard line. Dak Lambert will be at the bottom of that one.
Now, how upset you're going to be as the owner when they get down here and it's 3rd down and then it's 4th down and 1, they're going to kick a field goal.
I don't think the fans remember that side. Perhaps we can induce Mr. Forty to give us another quick glimpse of it.
Well, you are the owner. You're the owner. Frank is general manager, and I'm quarterback. Now, how upset are you going to be when what do you want to do when we get down there and kick a field goal?
As the owner, I'm going to sell the club and take the capital gain.
I can understand your side of it.
3rd and goal. Ball inside the 3-yard line. Hofer, and Hofer is drilled and drilled hard by the man we were talking about, Dennis Wilkes.
He says, yeah, I got it, man. I got it. Hey.
Now we have that 4th down.
When he gets that kind of physical exhortation from Lambert, he's in danger of being hurt.
That was Lambert that got him first, and Dirt got him second.
Tough call here because 2 yards at the goal line against the Steelers is rough sledding. If you try to throw the ball, you are in danger of coming up with a touchback and giving the Steelers the ball at the 20-yard line. 4th down, goal to go. Hofer, touchdown. He did it on his own left side.
He did.
All right. Yes, sir. You go for it, man. That's it. Go for it.
A happy Freddie O'Connor, for the moment at least. A new head coach of the 49ers. Every time we do a game with the 49ers, there's a new head coach.
And we could have one going here. Let's hope so.
They went on a quick count. No count at all. The Steelers were not set. That was a very heads-up call.
And old Dirt Winston that get on it, write it down there. It's just something about it goes with the city of San Francisco. Have a little fun. There's no city like it.
Beware little cable cars.
That's the song, yeah. Now, what was it? What was the rest of it? You really got it, Coach. That's all there is to it.
There's Larry Anderson. He's deep. Randy Rudishin, we talked earlier. Terrible car accident a week ago last Friday. Out of intensive care in the hospital in Pittsburgh. And we're glad to hear that he is doing much better. And missed by the Steelers, a very popular young rookie from the University of Pittsburgh. Ray Wershing has the ball. Set up at the 35-yard line. And it will be Larry Anderson at the 5. He slips and he had an open field, but a flag is down also.
You had a quick glimpse a moment ago of Paul Hofer. Apparently suffered a cut inside the mouth and it was being treated. 56 seconds left in the quarter.
Illegal use of hands against the Steelers. That will back them up.
Illegal use of the hands during the run back. 10 yards, first down.
So the Steelers will begin at their 15-yard line. You know, I bet Chuck Dole is just getting just a little bit nervous about this.
You can see it now.
His problem was he was smiling a while ago and lost total contact with the game.
Rocky. No, this is Rick Moser with Blyer out front blocking. Moser tries to put the ball ahead, and they bring it back to the 22-yard line. 50 pickup of 7 is second down and 3.
Their last 2 offensive series, they've done nothing, and indeed had the turnover that led to the San Francisco touchdown as you look at Moser. And don't forget, Franco Harris is not in there. Got a pinched nerve early in the game, came back after that, but then re-injured that nerve, and they don't want to use him unless they desperately have to.
Second and 3. Bradshaw. Swan coming back for it, and it had a little too much smoke on it, and it goes right through the Swan's hands.
I'll tell you, if Robeson, who was behind Swanee, had come up with that football, we really would have had some excitement.
You bet. And it's now third down, and they may put it up in the air again. You never can tell.
49 there is Vern Robeson. He, of course, came over from Miami in that Delvin Williams trade. That was a great trade the way it turned out for Miami.
Don Chula giving up a first-round draft pick. Freddie Solomon, Roberson, a fifth-round draft pick. But he has a 1,000-yard rusher. Third and 3. Lance Swan, this one he holds on. First down out at the 44-yard line.
That was pretty.
Again against Roberson, and they have been giving him an education at the corner tonight. And that's the end of the third quarter. We'll take another look at it. Then Swan sprinting downfield. That drives Roberson back, turning it across, clearing linebackers. And Terry in trouble, steps inside and fires. That's the end of the third quarter. The Steelers 17, the 49ers 7 will return for the fourth quarter in just a moment.
Blue won that kid. He was juggling 3 basketballs, and he was about ready to get his own television series. But everything went when the ball hit the ground.
And at the end of the third quarter, Swan gets the first down with his 8th reception of the night. The Steelers have the football, their own 44-yard line. This is Rick Moser, the rookie from Rhode Island. And Rick Moser pounds into the 49ers at the 49-yard line and then carries them forward to the 49-yard line of the 49ers.
An excellent second effort. Hit by a tackler, he brushed it off, went on for additional yardage. You can tell he's a friend of Frank Gifford's son.
Yeah, he used to come over and hang around the house, watch a little TV.
Old Frank Gifford movies.
Yeah, you saw a few of those, too. Second down and 2. 8-yard pickup by Moser. Gets the call again. Same play, left side. And this time, a good defensive play. Ed Bradley there.
Swanee has caught 8 passes tonight, 2 for touchdowns. That's the most he's ever caught in one game in his whole career. With those 8 catches, he's now tied with the Seahawks, Steve Largent, for most receptions in the league.
For outside receivers.
You know, my farm back in Elephant, Pennsylvania.
Receivers, that's correct.
Farm back in Elephant, Pennsylvania. Steve Largent's folks live in our farm back in Elephant, Pennsylvania.
Really?
Did you know that?
No.
That's true.
Rented it to them.
Yep, rented it to them.
Oh, they're such nice people, too.
They got to enjoy that.
Third down, 2, short yardage. They give it to Blyer, and Blyer gets the first down and then drops the ball. 49ers are saying, we have it.
Yes. Now let's get it going.
Blyer, his second fumble of the night.
Yes, they have it.
Robertson comes up with it.
Yeah, I put nothing beyond the pale of possibility, and this is not a height. I never dreamed that Baltimore, in the third game of the season, could score 27 points in the final period and beat New England, but they did in that great night by Joe Washington. Maybe something will happen here. We'll be back. He's had to laugh tonight, Frank. He recovered the fumble. Otherwise, Swan has been making him look sick.
And don't forget this one. When these two teams get together down in Texas, they really put it on. That's Friday night. College football, 9 o'clock Eastern time. First and 10, the 49ers. They trail 17-7. The Steelers having their problems here in the second half. The ball at their own 47-yard line. Scott Bull, screen to the flanker Harrison. And Joe Green moves all the way over for defensive tackle to make the stop, but there's a gain of 6. It'll be second down and 4. Joe Green, he isn't what he used to be in terms of speed and quickness, but he is still a piece of work in the middle of that Steeler line. Now in his 10th year, 2 times NFL most valuable player. The first player that Chuck Noll ever drafted in 1969.
Not a bad choice.
And he also picked up L.C. Greenwood that year. Second and 4. Play action. Bull looking, throws it into a crowd, but Paul Seal holds on. First down, 49ers. 37-yard line of the Steelers.
He's got a little opening also, Frank, when he sends that back to the line. That time Hofer was wide open. And if Scott will just be a little bit more calm, you see Hofer go through the line, fake that play action pass, a rollout. He's going to hit his tight end, drills it in there in good shape. That was a well-thrown ball. Picked up a first down.
Mike Wagner with good coverage for the Steelers, but Bull was able to drill it in. I don't see a flag. There was movement in the line. Bobby Farrell gets a couple of yards down close to the 35. It'll be second and 8, and the crowd is...
They're booing. They thought there should have been a call against the Steelers.
Yes.
But they're disqualified on grounds of bias.
Bias. Yes.
Second and 8. 36-yard line of the Steelers. We're in the fourth quarter. With all the Steelers, they led 17-0 at halftime. Solomon in motion. Handoff goes to Farrell. Who's met at the line of scrimmage. Moves ahead for a yard and a half. It'll be third down and 7. The problem when you get yourself into this, Don, excuse me, is when the Steelers know you have to put that ball in the air, they do a lot of different things than they would ordinarily. They turn those linemen loose.
Yeah, Frank, it's so easy, but I would question those first 2 calls. There was nothing really imaginative. They're going right in the middle of the line. Those guys are too tough in the middle of the line. You don't really beat them that way.
Exactly right.
Cleveland yesterday passing on first and 10, upsetting the Rams.
And here they all come and get rid of it in a hurry. And there
Solomon picked off Jack Ham, his second of the night.
Third of the season.
Through the years, we've talked repeatedly about that remarkable player, All-Pro, and his capacity to be wherever the football is. He's had a rare facility for the interception all of his playing career. Look at that, 26 career interceptions, the most among active NFL linebackers.
Now this time you look, you know, he was in good position, but the ball's not really well thrown.
No
I mean,
touch.
he has a guy that's open out there. Now, Ham, though, made a great drop from his linebacker position. Got good depth in a hurry. Makes it difficult for that quarterback to throw over him.
First and 10, the Steelers, they get it back, their own 32-yard line. Bradshaw, Swan, deflected. Bob Jury in a safety zone had moved up. Bradshaw didn't see him. Took away almost a sure completion. Swan wide open in front of Robertson.
That's a good call, Frank. And the safety zone, just for a little further explanation, is where when you go to double a guy, you've got him coming up from that safety position to take over that middle position, that middle area. And that's exactly where he was. He read the quarterback, knocked it down, and almost intercepted it.
Second down, 10. Blyer is being sent to the right. Both Swan and Stallworth split to the left. Rick Moser gets the call. Moser turns it inside, runs into Joe Harris, but not until he's picked up 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4.
You spread Rocky Blyer out as far as you did to one side, and you spread the other 2 flankers as far as you do to the other side. You've got a lot of running room in between those 2 flankers, and that's what they did. They tried to take advantage of that opening that they created by the different offensive set. I think San Francisco would have more success if they used different offensive sets. They're using the same thing almost every time.
Right now, they got to get the football.
3rd and 4. Steelers, 38-yard line. Bradshaw, and he is in a lot of trouble. Down he goes. Safety blitz, Bob Jury.
And they're going to get the football. They're a fired-up, aroused team now. There are 10 minutes left in this ball game.
You have nothing to lose. You break their patterns. You blitz when you're not supposed to blitz.
Tell you about Bob Jury. He is a rookie from Pittsburgh, but is a typical Joe Thomas player. He came from Seattle in a swap of 3rd-round draft picks. Seattle anticipating their 49ers 3rd-round draft pick would be better than theirs, and they're right. Colquitt to kick for the Steelers. Step toe is deep for the 49ers. Colquitt hits a beauty. He gets the distance, and he gets it out of bounds with no return all the way down, 36-yard line of the 49ers. Not bad field position, however, with 9:47 remaining in the game.
University of Pittsburgh, who made the sack earlier in the game. Swanee sucking him on a touchdown reception play. But Swanee can sucker anybody. When they come out of the University of Pittsburgh, they're trained on defense. Pitt proved it against Penn State the other day.
49ers, 1st and 10. The ball at their 36-yard line. Bull, slight roll to right. And he goes to Farrell. No. Incomplete.
That's tough. That kind of pass, though. He rolled out. He didn't take a deep enough turn. Bull, when he left that center, he didn't. He went, watch him. He goes very straight down the line. If he'll dip back a little bit deeper, he's got a better angle to hit that guy. The angle is not good. That's a hard pass to throw. He should have caught it. Hit him right there in the numbers.
Caught it, Don.
Yeah, he should have caught it.
Well, he sure fought it. 2nd down, 10. Mike Schumann split to the right. Kenny Harrison is split to the left. Schumann wears 84, Harrison 83. Bull has the time. He goes with the screen to Farrell. Lawrence Taves makes the stop for Pittsburgh along with number 68.
Those guys pursue. They pursue pretty well.
I'll tell you, I was about to say, every time you look at the Steelers on defense, those linebackers are all over the place.
And Greenwood, too, was out there. And LC's been out. He's had some injuries this year, but again, he read his position well and moved laterally down that line of scrimmage. They were all out there set up for it. They gave him 3 or 4 yards, but they didn't give him the first down.
They got 3 linebackers who look like 6. They're like the Denver linebackers. Look at Bull.
Big play for the 49ers. They're down 6. The ball at their own 40-yard line. They trail by 10. Ball, Joe Green. It'll be sacked. Time back at the 26-yard line. Joe Green busting through the block of Downing.
So fired up or no fired up, San Francisco cannot do it offensively.
Well, my criticism lies in the type patterns that they're calling. They're really playing against the odds, I think. They're not really equipped to handle that front 4.
They're not. There's more to it than that. There's that young offensive line. Frank mentioned at the very beginning of the game. You got 3 kids in the middle who are rookies.
Mike Connell will punt. End over end. Jim Smith. And Jim Smith goes down at the 49. A saving tackle there by number 55, Bruce Elia. Or Smith might have wound up in the end zone. 8:27 remaining in this football game. We'll be back in a moment. As he picked 2 guys right here, L.C. Greenwood and Joe Green, along with John Kolb. And that was a nucleus around on which he built that defense, Greenwood and Joe Green. And Green just made a saving sack, forcing the 49ers to punt. The Steelers have good field position. Sidney Thornton gets the call, and Thornton roars for a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
I like the way your kid Moser has run tonight, too. You taught him well in those days in Scarsdale.
He learned well. That was a fine coach he had, Ron Bashir. I used to sit up there. Well, you came up there, Howard. We used to sit up there in the hill and watch the Scarsdale Raiders go.
I went with you. I saw one of those games.
That's right. Football like it should be played.
For fun.
For fun. 2nd and 8. Sidney Thornton. Big, strong man out of northwestern Louisiana in his 2nd year. And he carries it down to about the 42-yard line, about a yard short of the 1st down. Time ticking away for the 49ers.
7:30 left, about as you see it there, and counting down.
3rd down, a little more than a yard to go. This time he collected it, gets the 1st down inside the 35-yard line. Oh, he's shaking his head. He knows the rookies who fumble footballs usually go into another profession.
No, he's in no danger. Watch this, though. Watch the bounce.
Oh, he got a Scarsdale bounce.
He got a Scarsdale bounce.
Nifty dribble.
1st down. Moser. This time he really covers it up. It's down around the 28-yard line.
I tell you, kid's having some night. That's Jack Lambert. You met him up close and personal one night on a Monday night game prior to the loss to Houston. That was the night when he uttered his now famous expression, maybe quarterbacks should wear skirts.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Made a lot of people happy in the movement. 2nd and 3, Rick Moser.
At the head of every movement or every revolution, you always find somebody who doesn't really have anything to lose.
With that carry, Moser has now carried 14 times for 64 yards.
Short of the 1st down, however, by about a foot.
Not a bad night's work for that young man. An impressive showing.
And he's putting his footwear back together. Moves into the 2-time academic All-American from Rhode Island.
He's got the Scarsdale look. I like that.
What is the Scarsdale?
Clean cut. Straight teeth. Hair's in the right place.
Moser should be enough for the 1st down.
Just barely.
Barely.
Meantime, that clock has run down to 5:17 left in the football game.
Isn't that amazing?
Pittsburgh doing exactly at this point what it wants to do. Use up the clock. Keep the ball on the ground. Ball control.
From high overhead. High with Columbia. Trekked all the way up from the SC Notre Dame game. Thriller you watched on Saturday.
That was a good one, was it?
They did not get the 1st down either. They mark it just inside the 25.
Well, you got to go for it.
Oh, yeah.
You got a 10-point lead. 5 minutes to go. And if they don't make it, they still got 75 yards to go before they do anything to you. So you got to go. You know, you go back to that front thing when we said they should have gone for the 1st down instead of kicking for the field goal. They missed. I really do think that, particularly for San Diego, that attitude should have prevailed.
San Diego.
Did I say San Diego? How about San Francisco?
Now you're getting ready for research this week.
That's right. I'm into it.
4th and short. Whoa, Bradshaw was pounded.
I don't know why he would have jumped, because, you know, you don't jump. You just got to pull your way through it and try to fall.
Well, it all depends on where they put the football. I was surprised they put it back where they did the prior time. I thought they just barely made the 1st down. They just barely did. Now where they put the football, they have made it just barely. See that? That's why he jumped.
I guess so.
Crowd doesn't like it. But again,
a Swan. I'd actually go with Grossman down the middle.
Well, he just rolls out, naked reverse, and moves it all the way down to the 16-yard line.
I love the way Steve Grogan runs that play with his ambling stride, kind of Ichabod Crane-ish, and with his power, shaking tackles and breaking tackles. I wonder if Terry's hurt himself a little there. He's walking over, as you see.
Well, maybe he did.
Look at it again. He took quite a shot. Eddie Lewis was over there defensively for the 49ers.
It looks like a call play to me. I don't think that he's trying to make an option out of it. Got a pretty good lick.
No, he's all right.
Willie McRae fell on top of Bradshaw, and we're going to see Mike Kruzik, who has made a few token appearances this year, as you can see. 3 attempts, 1 completion.
He proved himself a few years back, this kid from Boston College. But I'm looking over at Bradshaw, and he appears to be all right, and some minor discomfort apparent.
Kruzik played in a couple of games last year, and then he missed the rest of the season with a shoulder separation. Bradshaw has been hot this year. Kruzik has just been coming into games, wiping them up. But as Howard mentioned, back in '76 as a rookie, he really proved himself. Hands off to Thornton. And Thornton wrestled down by Chuck Christ. Not until he gets the first down. Bradshaw comes out on the field again. I think we're going to have him back in the game.
He may have just been winded.
Maybe.
Meanwhile, the clock is down to 3:15, counting down.
Ball at the 11-yard line. Steelers can still pick up a first down at the 1.
I don't think they'll need it.
Thornton. And Thornton is drilled there. Buns in on the stop.
There was no place to go that time, was it?
Archie Reese was there.
I tell you, you have to admire that kid Archie Reese. That's another reason, of course, Cleveland is possibly an expendable.
Buns was a #1 draft pick. They're not all that unhappy here in San Francisco with Fidel Williams trade to Miami. Buns was obtained because of that trade. They feel he has the potential to be one of the top middle linebackers in the league. Bradshaw, Stallworth,
Right there.
6.
Yes, sir. Bradshaw, Stallworth, 6. You're right. He got him. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, these are nice quarterbacks all like to get.
Yeah.
Work on their stats.
You bet.
So with this play, Terry made assurance, double short.
Nice throw.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
Just beautiful.
Yes, sir. Stallworth had is a good sideline, but he's working on a guy who hasn't been there very long. That's Eddie Lewis, 3rd year out of Kansas, and he just had him zipped right there for the sideline, 6 points.
Roy Torella for the conversion. And it's deflected, but it gets through the crossbars. So Pittsburgh has exerted themselves. They moved out to a 24-7 lead. We'll be back in San Francisco in a moment.
To wish Jeff and Hazel a happy 47th anniversary.
Well, you were going to do it at the opening. You forgot.
Yeah, I forgot. Happy anniversary to Jeff and Hazel. 47 years. That's nice.
It sure is.
Yes, sir. Mom and Dad.
2:10 remaining in the game. Torella pops it up. Hofer takes it at the 5-yard line. And Hofer moves out 23-yard line for the 49ers. This young 49er team will take over, but not until we have the 2-minute warning. Those benches being notified. 24-7, the Pittsburgh Steelers, who move into the Astrodome in Houston on Sunday.
That's going to be a
Play
good
the Houston Oilers. You saw Earl Campbell.
That's going to be some game.
Good ball game.
New England, Dallas. What a game.
Yep.
Dallas. Denver, Oakland, Sunday night, right here on EBC.
Chicago, San Diego.
Monday night, right here.
On first down, Scott Bull back, dumps it off out of the flat, looks carries him backwards. You don't see it very often. Farrell, a pickup of about 9 yards. It'll be second down, long one.
Farrell made a decision, Frank. He said, I'm going to go straight with that ball. He caught it. He never really even considered anything else except straight down the field.
He saw 58.
That's it. He says, hello, let me have 6.
That's another flyer. Almost picked off by Ron Johnson, right in his hands.
Time remaining, 1:32.
There's a couple of areas that defense will give you in a situation like this. And there's a couple of areas they really try to double up. They don't want you to go to the outside because you'll kill the clock. But they will give you the middle. Most teams know that if they use the middle, they're going to use up the clock. So it's the chicken or the egg. Which one came first? I'd say go down the middle and try to run out the clock, pick up some yardage. Hit that tight end. Hit the guy coming across the middle.
Third down, long yard.
That one I would never call.
Dave Williams gets the first down with the second tick away for the 49ers.
I can't understand why we don't have a direct line to the coaches. But they will do what we... No, I've already said I'm selling the club, taking my capital gain. What Gifford does is up to him.
I thought so. Bull goes out to Bobby Farrell. Clock stops. 1:06. Farrell stepping out of bounds. Just short of the 45-yard line.
1:06 left.
Pittsburgh after Houston. They'll be home for Baltimore. And then they close at Mile High Stadium in Denver.
That's a tough assignment. They lost there last year.
And the snow is falling on the Rockets.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
Falling in New York today, too.
It's kind of hard to ski around the Trade Center.
Yeah, I ain't going to New York. I am going to the Rockets.
Soon. Second and 7. Oh, he's going down. Gary Dunn hasn't seen much action with the Steelers, but he puts on quite a pass rush. Number 67 out of the University of Miami. Hurt his knee during the 76 season. Hurt it again last year. Played well last week. Third long yardage. They'll start the clock as soon as the receivers get back. There it goes. We're inside 1 minute. Oh. Fires to Solomon. And he catches the tough ones. That was a violent collision.
Yeah, but there's hardly any way he could drop it. It was drilled right to him, and he got hit from the back and the front. Sealed it in there. First down and 10. Let's see what happens here. Take a look at it and decide for yourself. Around Donnie Shell.
Well, he knew he was going to get it right here. Actually, it was Ron Johnson who pounded Donnie Shell.
Yeah.
If Freddie Solomon ever plays up to his potential with consistency, he has the ability to be a superstar.
Heavy burden, isn't it?
He is that great an athlete, though.
Thanks to Jerry Klein. Steps some research. Our booth assistant Bob Rossberger, spotter Steve Vazika will tell you, as always, executive producer of ABC Sports and Bruno Harley. JC's NFL Monday Night Football, produced by Dennis Lewin, directed by Jeff Forty. Technical director Bill Morris. Associate director Rob Feiner. Technical manager Coach Coltrane. Unit manager is Rob Gerard.
Is Room still ABC? He's at ABC, isn't he?
You better believe it.
Yeah.
43 seconds next Sunday. We'll bring our great staff of technicians over to the Oakland Alameda County Stadium.
Those are the guys that give you the shots, though, Frank. Our camera guys. We have a good group of them, don't we?
The best.
Yeah, they are good.
Recognized around the world.
Hey, we have
leader in sports television.
Emmys for cufflinks.
That's right.
They've got a bunch of them.
Plus, they're fun. I like them.
Yeah, they'll play with you.
Yeah. We'll find an Italian restaurant for you every now and then. I like it.
You're getting hot, huh?
Yes, sir.
Late going.
Yes, sir. Stick with the camera guys. You find good places to eat.
Just look at them. On first and 10. Oh, and here comes Gary Dunn again.
He says, I was here. Scott, if you don't roll out, I'm going to get really upset. I'm tired of that drop back stuff and getting killed back there. Now roll out, throw the ball up in there. Let's get a little action. 24-7, 39 seconds to go. You don't drop back and wait for them to come puncture you.
bit of touch on that.
Oh, yeah, he dropped it right over the linebacker's head in there.
A little bit of lob that.
And when he comes back, if he's a quarterback at all, he'll remind that man that he should have caught it. He said, you know, we all got our jobs to do. Mine's to get it there. Yours is to catch it.
30 seconds on a very long season for the 49ers. Young team, 17 rookies, 8 second-year men. A lot of injuries, a lot of key players out of the lineup. Here's your basic fly. Intercepted. Tony Dungy picks it off. Has to be. Fourth interception of the year for Dungy. A flag goes down.
I think he threw it on number 65, who came back, made an illegal block. It looked to me that would be Ted Peterson. Tom Beasley.
18 seconds. Pretty soon we'll be all alone here in the booth.
Yeah, you're right.
Got a plane to catch, huh?
No, yeah. Rooney's still with ABC, right?
If he's not, again, you've uncovered.
Well, I've been calling him for about 3-4 weeks, and I haven't been able to get in touch with him yet. I thought maybe he'd left. I don't know. He is with ABC, though.
Last time I was in town.
I guess you know. Well, he's been spending a lot of time on news.
That was the 5th interception of Scott Bull tonight. 18 seconds. Steelers now picking ahead, of course, to Houston. They're back home with Baltimore, and again they close against Denver. For the 49ers next week, they'll be in New Orleans. And Tampa Bay will come here, and they close out their season at Detroit. Mike Kruzik running out the clock. Sidney Thornton doesn't want to go out of bounds, of course. Down he goes, back to the 29-yard line. And here we go. Tick it all off.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. Let's say that all good things.
The Steelers move to 11-2. Once again, the final score is Pittsburgh 24, San Francisco 7. Be sure to join us this Sunday night for a special edition of ABC's NFL Monday Night Football at 9 Eastern Time. The key AFC Western Division battle. The Denver Broncos against the Oakland Raiders the following night. Be with us for ABC's NFL Monday Night Football at 9 Eastern Time. The Chicago Bears against the San Diego Chargers. Our bet provided by the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. Travel arrangements made through and a promotional fee paid by United Airlines. United built the largest airline in the free world around you. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports, recognized around the world as the leader in sports television.